It's been said that Johnny Depp, who was living in London after his close friend and rock artist Jeff Beck died, wants to buy a piece of property in London and move on there forever, ditching LA. People say that Depp, who is 59 years old and used to live with Beck in Sussex until Beck died about 2 months ago at the age of 78, is now living in different places and sleeping with different friends. The noise and chaos of Los Angeles and New York can be exhausting, a person said. Johnny thinks that he can still relax and be creative in London and Paris, even though both places are very busy and wealthy. Europe has always been his favorite area, and the people who live there are crazy about him. The source went on to say that he feels a strong sense of belonging in Europe and that he likes the slower pace of life there. More about why he left LA and chose London will be revealed just a few minutes into the video, so stay tuned. The man who played Will Turner in Pirates of the Caribbean owns a home in West Hollywood. In the meantime, the star from Rum Diary is preparing to go on a 27-date tour with his band, the Hollywood Vampires. The European tour will include a number of shows in the UK, in places like Birmingham, London, and Scarborough. We'll tell you more about this at the end of the video. Johnny Depp is still very sad about the death of Jeff Beck, who was a close friend and often worked with him. The English guitarist died on Tuesday at the age of 78, and a person close to Depp tells People that the star is totally devastated by the news. The source also says that Depp, who is 59 years old, was at Jeff's bedside with some other rock stars before Beck died. The person says they were very close friends, and when they were on tour together this summer, they got even closer. They were very close and had a very close relationship. They were also very close friends. The illness came on very quickly, and the general condition has gotten much worse in the past few weeks. Johnny is still trying to figure out what it all means. He can't believe it at all, the person says. The record Depp and Beck made together was called 18 and came out on July 15th of the year before. The official music video for the album's first song, This Is a Song for Miss Hedy Lamarr, has also been released. The actor who played Sweeney Todd said this about working with Jeff. It's an incredible honor to play and write music with Jeff, one of the all-time greats, and someone I'm now proud to call my brother. This quote is from a press release from the time. Beck said about Depp at the time, I haven't worked with a creative partner like him in a long time. He made a big difference in making this goal. Some people find it hard to believe that Johnny Depp can sing rock and roll, so I hope people will start to take him seriously as a performer. Some people find it hard to believe that Johnny Depp can sing rock and roll. They also shared the stage at a few different events. In a letter sent to People on Wednesday, Beck's family confirmed that he had died. The message began, on behalf of his family, it's with deep and profound sadness that we share the news of Jeff Beck's passing. This meant that he had died. He got sick out of the blue with bacterial meningitis, and he went away yesterday in a calm state. His family wants to be left alone as they deal with the huge loss that they've suffered. What made Johnny Depp want to move to London? Let's find out. The actor Johnny Depp has had a lot going on in the past few years, with his long court battle with his ex-wife Amber Heard and his rise to fame as a character actor. But now that the judge has made a decision in the defamation case and the two of them have finally come to an agreement, it seems like he's going on to the next part of his life. We now know why Depp chose to leave Hollywood and live in London for the foreseeable future. It looks like he won't be going on any of those tours of Hollywood homes anytime soon. Johnny Depp was charged with defamation at the same time he was living with his close friend Jeff Beck. After his death, he decided to stay in the United Kingdom. He seems to be spending his time in a hotel and at the houses of friends on the American side of the pond. But why doesn't he just go back to America? A recent article in the Times says he feels more at home in big places in Europe, like London or Paris, than in big cities in the United States. A source close to the situation said, both Los Angeles and New York City can be very tiring because of how busy they are. Johnny thinks he can still relax and be creative in London and Paris, even though they're both very busy and wealthy. He's always liked Europe, and the people there like him a lot. He feels like he belongs there, and in general, the way of life in Europe seems to suit him better. That's the end of our talk. It seems like Johnny Depp feels more at home in the UK than in places like New York and Los Angeles, which are always busy. Even though he's still a pretty well-known public figure, it's reasonable to think that he might be able to hide his identity more in Europe. We'll just have to wait to see what happens in his life after the hearing. Given how public Johnny Depp's court case with Amber Heard was, it makes a lot of sense that he'd want to move away from big towns in the United States. Thanks to the cameras that were set up in the courtroom, people at home could watch the whole hearing and hear the shocking evidence that both the performers gave. As a direct result, the court of public opinion came up with its own ruling, which led to a lot of memes about the defamation case. Even though it seems like Johnny Depp hasn't yet found a stable home in London, he does have friends and family on the other side of the Atlantic. Both he and Amber Heard are working hard to move on from the viral stories, and this is without a doubt an important step in that direction. And this includes the chance of making a profit in your job. It looks like Johnny Depp started his homecoming trip as soon as the judge ruled in his favor. This included going on tour with Jeff Beck and playing music, as well as making public appearances at the Video Music Awards and on Rihanna's Savage X Fenty show. After the trial, Depp not only made his first movie, but he also got to work as a director. He was finally remade as the inspiration for the Sauvage perfume by Dior. We don't know yet when Johnny Depp's next projects will be released to the public. When it comes to Amber Heard, the 25th of December is when she's set to show up in Aquaman 2. It's been said that Johnny Depp will pay tribute to the late great guitarist Jeff Beck by putting on a show in the near future. As part of a tribute music series, Johnny Depp, Eric Clapton, and Sir Rod Stewart are all set to play at London's Royal Albert Hall in May. Beck's wife, Sandra Beck, and a guitarist named Eric Clapton have said that there will be 2 shows to honor Beck's memory and artistic impact. At the next events, there will be shows by well-known artists in many different styles. The final lineup won't be known until much closer to the shows, which are currently scheduled for May 22nd and 23rd. The stage will also be shared by Jeff Beck band members Rhonda Smith, Annika Niles, and Robert Stevenson. Thank you so much for watching this video. Stay tuned for more.